Hello and welcome to Subnautica Below Zero. Well, the plan for this episode was I was going to start building an underwater base and make my life a lot easier doing that. The only drawback is there's a bit of a fly in the ointment here. I mean, we've learned all of these extra like blueprints, for being able to build a base, putting in facilities into the base. But the trouble is, I haven't actually learned the blueprint for the habitat builder. So the trouble is I can't actually build it. I know how to make them, I just can't build anything yet. So that's a bit of a pain. So I was thinking, well, in that case, I'll go out and search for fragments, because we heard about some problem in the Twisty Bridges. I picked up a fragment on the way there. So it's in my interest to go back out there. Now, when I started the game, I did get a little voice log suddenly pop up, actually telling me about something.
I should have guessed Altera would find a way to clip Sam's wings, like I knew they'd do to mine once they took over Xenoworks. I tried to warn her. She was stubborn, like me. Ever since I was a kid, I always wanted to be so different from her. Scrappier, faster, less play by the rules. But Sam didn't tolerate Altera's corporate red tape any more than I did. She just tried to change it from the inside. I think in the end, we always wanted similar things.
And we also got this when we ran into, I won't mention who she is, but...
What was that woman's problem? The one in the exosuit. Like I need to say which woman. And what the hell is she doing on this planet? It isn't exactly a happening vacation spot. She knew their terrain well enough to make a dramatic entrance by jumping off a sheer cliff. So I guess she's been here a while. But how long has she been following me? She said to keep away from her, or off her land. What in this frozen slush bog of a planet could she be protecting? Unless she's camped out somewhere. She's definitely heard of Altera, though. Did she meet Sam?
Yeah, I know how she is, but I'm not going to say. Now, there was something else that suddenly popped up. Hang on a minute. Blah, blah, blah. Solar panels. Oh, no, that's interesting. It's mentioned solar panels, but I don't know how to make any, you see. Vehicles. No, there was definitely something popped up, and it actually said something about you'd have better survival chances. Ah, here we go.
Survival rate would be greatly enhanced with the construction of an underwater vehicle.
That popped up, and then... Oh, that was it. I thought it was that. That's that beacon which points to... Well, yeah, it points to where we think she is. But I think the plan now is I'm just going to focus on going over to the Twisty Bridges then. See if I can find myself more fragments to get this SeaTruck, because that makes... I mean, at the moment, I mean, we're going around in the water, and it consumes a lot of water. It actually depletes your water really quickly when you're doing that, because we're out in salt water. So the plan is we're going to have a bit of a mooch around in these Twisty Bridges, and we'll have to be careful because there's some real nasty beasties out there. And it's like it's really deep as well. So that was the direction I was more or less heading in. I was closer to that place than I was to my own base when I got the, or at least the pod, I should say, when I found the first fragment. So we need another 2 fragments to start making ourselves an actual SeaTruck. And we already have the blueprint for the multi-purpose vehicle, which I actually got from one of those sea monkey nests. Now the only thing is we're at depth. When you go down below 100 meters, oxygen really starts to deplete at a much quicker rate.
30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
I mean, we're at about 90, which isn't too bad. Now there's Delta Station over there. So yeah, so we were on the way to Delta Station when I started picking up the first fragment. So there must be some more in the vicinity. I mean, we're close to the vents as well. Oh, hello. There's another fragment. Woohoo.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Thank you, thank you. So this is another place. So there's like the twisty fragments, and there's areas around the vents, if memory serves, where you can find these SeaTruck fragments. And there's lots of different modules you can get. So there's the SeaTruck. And what they've done is they've also given you this option to build these modules. Oh, you're an Arctic Ray. It's so easy to get distracted with this thing, I must admit. You know, you start off with plans and it's like, they just go out the window. It's like, ooh, look at that. That looks exciting. I think I've scanned one of these corals. Ah! Ahaha.
Warning. Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
So that makes sense. They've given you... I mean, that's the fragment for the mobile vehicle bay, which you need.
30 seconds of
Oh,
oxygen
jeez
remaining.
Louise. So it kind of makes sense to give you, like, blueprints for the actual... for that close by. Oh, hello. Can we go in there? Ah. Can we scan that? Yeah, it's a window. We can get a scan for a window.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining. Blueprint synthesized.
Oh. Jeez Louise, this is the trouble. You get below like 100 meters and your oxygen goes down rapidly. I mean, what you can do is you can build those pipes. You can build like a bladder right up at the top here, like a floating oxygen supply, if you will. And then that gives you the means to, well, yeah, to pump oxygen down. Now, where were we? Oh, no, 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 no. Ah, now there's a fragment over there. Oh, no, 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 no. Ow, ow, ow. Blimey. That thing is brutal.
New technology acquired.
Right, so we know how to make an actual... Right, I'm going to have to get back up to the surface while avoiding them.
New blueprint synthesized.
Oh no! Oh, goodness truth! I thought the battery had run out. I was starting to panic because I've got that thing on my tail. Now what was that? There was something in there if I can find it again. Oh, that's annoying. That there was something there, but I couldn't. There's a PDAs down here.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Oh, so it also gives you close up to the mobile. Yes, there's another fragment there. So I think that's where we were. Right, so I know where I'm at.
Warning. 30
Oh,
seconds of
jeez
oxygen
Louise. So at least I know where that place is now. It's down there. Oh man, go away. It's determined to get me. I think that's a brood shark, I think they're called. Hence why I was saying they're brutal. Let's see if we can scan it without getting chopped up by the thing. Right, I'm going to head back because I think that habitat thing or whatever it was just around the corner there somewhere. But at least it looks like we can now make the actual SeaTruck, which is a good thing. I mean, that's really my priority now, is to get that made. So, straight. I think it was around here. Or was it? No, I've totally lost the plot here. Oh, go away. That's just another fragment. So there's plenty of fragments around here. So I think I'm going to focus on that, to be honest. I'm going to just head back to base. That seems to be the better strategy. Is we want to make this SeaTruck, because then we can get to better depths without having this hassle of Running out of oxygen
Passing
quickly.
100 meters.
Oh,
Oxygen efficiency decreased.
right, so that's the plan then. We're going to head back to base. We're going to make ourselves a SeaTruck, or at least try and figure out how. Because it probably needs some electronics and all sorts. Because we can at least come back here and then I can find out, or at least find out where that little habitat was. Because I think from what I could tell, that it looked like there was something in there that we could probably learn. So I'm going to head back to base. We need to make a mobile vehicle station. It's a portable one, which is good. So we can make it, then we can deploy it and just keep moving it around. Then we'll be able to make ourselves a SeaTruck. So, I'll get busy making all those bits and bobs. And I'll bring you back. Well, I'm still collecting all the bits and pieces that I need to make this fabricator, but I found some interesting things along the way. If you want to make something, you can actually pin it to that list that you've got down the right from here. Because before I was going into the blueprint to do it, but you can see if you right click on something, it's very useful. It automatically pins it in there for you. So that's dead useful. So you can pin it there and then you can unpin it. Another thing is, I was mentioned before this idea about batteries. The fabricator doesn't care less whether a battery is actually charged or not. So, for instance, I want to make a power cell. Now, what I've got in my inventory is a battery that I've made, and I've got a depleted battery, but it doesn't care. So, what I can actually do here is I can make this power cell using an actual working battery that's got, you know, full charge and one that's actually depleted, and it doesn't care less. So it makes my life a lot easier. So I've made all of those. I don't need to know about the battery anymore. But I need to make an advanced wiring kit, and yeah, I need another computer chip. I needed one of those for the actual mobile vehicle bay. I've already got one of those. It needs titanium, lubricant, and a computer chip. The computer chip for me wasn't too bad. I'd already had some table coral anyway. But what we're going to do is I need to go and search for that stuff. But while I'm here, I may as well deploy this. Just basically let it go and it rises up to the surface. So then we'll be able to make the SeaTruck in that. But I need to go out and gather all the bits and bobs to make my computer chip. Then I can then use that to make my wiring kit, my advanced wiring kit. Because I've got a wiring kit, and now I need to make an advanced wiring kit. Because I'm using up so much storage in there, I've actually built some portable stuff down there. So I'm keeping things like the, you know, posters and what have you that we found over at the other base. I just want to heard something. Right, so I'm going to go out and search for all the bits and pieces I need to make my actual SeaTruck, and I'll bring you back. Now, I must admit, I really like this view. This is definitely good. Still no signs of the, you know, the space station in orbit, I must admit. But anyhow, I've got all the bits and bobs that we need now to actually make our SeaTruck. So we'll get that built, get that deployed, and then we'll be able to actually do some better searching, because we can go to a certain depth. We don't have things like a mobile, what was it called? I think it's the moon pool where you can get the vehicle bay and what have you. Oh, okay. That's some sound advice there. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what it was called. There's a facility that you get when you've got a moon pool that you can build, and it allows you to like make modifications and to upgrade your things like your SeaTruck. So like, for instance, I have actually already learned some. Yeah, you can get like a SeaTruck, you can get depth Mark 1, Mark 2 and Mark 3. There's all sorts of weird and wonderful things you need to make it, but that one there, that would be doable. The drawback is where it needs to be made. Now these need to be made in the modification station. Out of curiosity, I'm just going to get out of this SeaTruck. So while it's just a SeaTruck, it's, you know, as soon as you let go of the actual controls, it just spits you straight out. Once you start putting modules in there, it actually just puts you into the actual cockpit, and then you can go wandering around in the actual modules. But we haven't learned any of those yet. And what I'm curious to know is, so we could make that. So to make a plasteel ingot, So that's to make synthetic fibers. Now the plasteel ingot needs 2 lithium. And enameled glass. Enameled glass. Now what does that mean? Ooh, diamonds. Now I know where to get those, to be honest. So we need, I mean, I've got some titanium ingots there, easy. Actually, let me take that one out because we don't need this anymore. We've already got it. Oh no, that is what I'm trying to learn. That's what I don't need to learn anymore. It's saying diamond. I think I know where to get diamond anyway. So this is a lot better. So at the moment, our crush depth is, it's not, oh, there it is, 150. So that's our limit. So there's the emergency supply cache. That's where I was getting my gold from to make the computer chips. So that depth, I think that's too low for what we want. Or I should say we can't really get to that. I think it's way too deep for me to use this SeaTruck in. But I'm going to head over to here because the PDA did actually say when we got to the vents, it said that place was rich in minerals, and that's, I'm trying to remember, I did find some lithium over there. I've already got some lead. To make the enamel glass, you need the lead and you need the glass, plus you need diamonds. So we're going to have a bit of a mooch around here to find some of these sophisticated minerals. Because there's usually some pretty good stuff you can find here. I mean, lithium just lies on the surface, so that's easy enough to find. I mean, you can get gold down here as well. I'm pretty sure you can also get diamonds as well. That's where we can get silver from. Oh, we're getting battered around. Oh, I should have made a repair tool. Ooh. Thanks for the warning. Ah, I should have brought the... Anyway, let's go and bring the SeaTruck closer over because this can get much deeper than me. Yeah, because the trouble is with this basic oxygen tank, I don't want to go in there. I want to actually go inside the actual SeaTruck. At this sort of depth, we're struggling. Our oxygen gets depleted much quicker. So this is an architect artifact. Ooh. Let's have a bit of a nose around and see if there's anything interesting around here. No, not particularly seeing any. Oh, what's that? What is that? Oh, it's a creature egg. I don't have anything to actually hatch it in. So that's not going to do me any favours. Ooh. Okay. Thanks for the warning. Right, so I'm going to be a bit careful on the lights, I must admit. So we need to wander around here, basically, in this kind of area, to find things like these artifacts. So what was that talking about then? Actually, what was that blueprint I just picked up? Picked up a blueprint for something. It says I picked up a new blueprint. I don't know. Right, databank. Oh, well, SeaTruck log 3. What was that disciplinary thing? Okay. He's definitely an interesting character as that Emmanuel. Should really just get to the point, quite frankly, then instead of all that garbage. He's obviously trying. He's a people pleaser, but he's yeah, not my favourite type of character, I must admit. Right, $64 million question is, how the heck did I get in here and how do I get back out again? Yeah, it's definitely an interesting character type as Emmanuel. He's I don't know, he's, in some respects it comes across as a very condescending attitude. As I say, not really my interesting, not my favourite character type, I must admit, that personality type. Instead of just getting to the point and telling you, they just like skirt around the subject, trying to be a people pleaser in a way. But it comes across to me as being condescending, because it's like it's trying to point you in the direction of the error of your ways instead of just telling you straight up your face. Don't do this. It's against company policy. Don't do that. Just like, get to the point. Oh! 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 No! No, no, no! That's a nasty beastie. Now, we're looking for diamonds. I'm getting distracted. Where's the diamonds? They're not out on here. This is the... Where the heck am I? Right, so there's the Delta station over there. So we're supposed to be looking around the vents. I'm sure you can get... So let's see, we've got 2 lithium, so we've got enough for that. I'm sure you can get diamond from around here. I always remember being able to find diamonds. They just cling to the actual surface. I was being optimistic there. I thought that was one there. No! You're deceiving me here. Oh! Jeez Louise. Sunday drivers. That's back where we were, isn't it? Yeah, that's that place we were at. Ah, now there's a thought. Nope, that's what I did. I didn't want that one. Aha! See, we can search for diamonds. We can't do it while we're in the truck. Damn. Oh man, stop crashing into things. Getting thrown about all over the place here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there is diamond out here. That's what I recall anyway. Because it's at a bit of a depth. Those rock thumpers are definitely interesting. Because I know when the game first came out, they weren't too much of a problem. Then all of a sudden they turned quite nasty. They definitely don't like you getting close. It's like, oi, keep off my stones, they're mine. Ah ha 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 ha. No, that's quartz. Oh man, I was getting really excited there. I'm drifting off target here. Right, well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to keep having a mooch around. So there's Delta Station over there. But I'm going to have a look around because I'm sure there's diamonds over here. And the good thing about that is we'll be able to then make this sea depth module upgrade. We'll be able to get to much deeper depths. In fact, I think I might actually go back to the Twisty Bridges first, though, because nothing's jumping out at the moment. I'm not seeing anything. It's possible there might be some there, because they usually make it reasonably straightforward. The sort of stuff you need is, need those sort of like blueprints and what have you that you find. Just a bit surprised. I normally do find diamonds around here. Let's get this out. I mean, its battery's going to run out shortly anyway, to be honest. Otherwise, it's the usual strategy, just blindly wandering around looking. Ah, it's run out. Right, tell you what. I think I'm going to go back to Twisty Bridges, because there was definitely that like module, and I think that might be of interest down there. It should be a lot easier. I mean, we're still going to be like taking damage from these blooming brute sharks. It's just standard crystal. So it was around somewhere around the Twisty Bridges where we found our fragments, but there was this module down there. I'm curious to see what's in there. Hello, what's that? It's just a mobile vehicle. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll get rid of it, because if we ever come back here with our scanner, it'll show up, and I don't want that. Nope. Yeah, I'm surprised. Usually it's quite... Oh, geez Louise. Okay, okay. Thank you for the warning. That was definitely a good warning. Oh, what's that? That gives you the impression that there's alien stuff in that direction. The trouble is, it's the crush depth on that. Yeah, the crush depth on this isn't going to cut it. I'm surprised, as I say, diamonds usually aren't that difficult to find. Ooh. Fortunately, I was near my SeaTruck. What's this over here? Go away, brute shark. Go away. What's this down here? There's a PDA down here. If nothing else, there's a PDA which could be useful. Oh no, it's a Databox. Actually, that's a thought. I just suddenly dawned on me. I think I left it high capacity. Woo! I've got a funny feeling I left a Databox over at the Delta station. I think I came across a Databox. I didn't open it because it was going to interrupt the video. So I didn't, that was getting played back, so I didn't open it. I have a funny feeling I left that over there. Maybe I should go back there. But out of curiosity, what do we need for a high capacity O2 tank? So that's better. So we need silver ore. Right, so I'd need to find some silver ore then. So that's definitely worthwhile getting. As far as I remember, you can't have an O2 tank equipped and an O2 tank in your inventory to give you extra storage, O2 storage capacity. You used to be able to get that while we were doing that on the original Subnautica, but I think they took that feature out at some point. Because that was extremely handy. But you go away. I'd love to know where that blooming pod was. I remember I was somewhere near the Delta station more than anything. There's the supply cache. See, if I'd left the beacon there, I would have known where to go. Right, so the Delta station is in that direction. So I tell you what, just out of curiosity, we're going to head over there first. Go and see what that data bank is. Aha, right. Let's see what's in here. Ah, the scanner room. Ah, cool. That is definitely useful, that thing. Of course, I still don't have an actual habitat builder, but... Right. Well, I think we've been looking around quite a bit now, so I think I'm going to call it a day. But I'm quite keen to find where that that like pod thing was, because there was like a module underneath the water, and it was, I think it's somewhere nearby. And then I'll have to think about what to do in the next episode, because I could really do with that depth gauge, but I need diamonds, so that's something else to do. Of course, that's all for another episode. Well, thanks for making it to the end of this episode. I really do hope you enjoyed it. If so, then do please leave a like, as it will encourage YouTube's algorithms to suggest the video to others who might like it as well. If you have any tips or tricks for Subnautica, then please leave them in a comment below, as it would benefit anyone watching this video. Though I do appreciate any feedback at all, even if it's just to say hello. If you're new to the channel, then consider subscribing. It's free. Just remember to click the little bell icon though, as then you should get reminders when new content goes out. And if you'd like to support the channel, then consider becoming a Patreon. Alternatively, there's the option to make a one-off contribution through PayPal. I've left links for both options in the description below. But above all, I hope you like watching these videos as much as I enjoy playing Subnautica. Bye!